Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the LifePod case from Vaultek. Let's get right into the first 30-second breakdown. This is where in the first 30 seconds, give or take, I give you guys my exact thoughts on this product before getting into the full review. So this little guy, this is such a cool safe. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I've seen a lot of uses for this. At first, I was kind of like, it's kind of a small safe. Like, I'd rather have something bigger. But once I started to look into what you can use this for, I really realized where this thing shines. You can travel with this. It's very lightweight. It's a polymer, and it's still very durable. You have your lock up here. You have your key entry. You can also lock out your key entry so people can't lock that or pick it, because it is kind of easy to pick. If you know what you're doing, I don't know, but I said that like I know how to pick it up. I don't know how to pick these, but for somebody that obviously knows how they're doing, these are fairly simple lock to pick. So there is a lockout. So if you're really worried about that, you can completely turn that out so people can't even get into that. And then you can just use the battery. What's cool, if the battery dies, you can also just use this as a retention device. So if you're somebody that likes to travel, go to the beach, you're at hotels a lot, or you just want something for your nightstand to be able to keep your money, your jewelry, a firearm, all that safe, this is gonna be able to do all that. It's got a cable that comes with it, so you can tie it off to a vehicle, you can tie it off to your nightstand, you can tie it off to beach chairs, I guess. You can tie it off to anything with that, so it's a little bit harder to get and try to steal. And it's got a lot of really cool features, which we're gonna go over all into the full review. But this is a really cool safe. I'm really happy with it. I've been using it a lot, and it's only $110. So fairly inexpensive for everything that you're getting with this. Now let's get into my relationship with Vaultek. So they did send this to me along with 2 other safes to test. I did not pay for this with my own money. So let's get right into the full review now. The construction of this is a polymer. When I first seen it, I thought it was like a metal or some kind of harder material. It is not. It's polymer. It's very lightweight, but it's still really durable. It's not like gonna creak or bend or anything like that. It doesn't feel like I can snap it and break it and pry it open. You've got these 2 little clips here, which is gonna hold your door shut. So if you don't want to use the lock and you just wanna have this as a retention device, you can do that. You can just lock those, and then this will open. And then if you want it locked, you can shut those back up. So that is kind of cool. And then if you want to actually lock it, you're just gonna hold the lock, and it's gonna lock, and you'll have to put your passcode in again. So if for some reason your battery does die, which it does last a year, which is quite a long time for something like this. Batteries are not included. So if you're buying this and you receive it and then you realize you don't have the battery and get frustrated like me because you just wanted to play with it, buy the battery first. So then you're locked, and then you'll have to use your code to get in. But if your battery does die, you can still use this as a retention device to keep things safe until you get a new battery in it. So another way to open this, like I said during the 30-second breakdown, is you have a key entry here. You can just pop this open, which is really hard actually to pop. Pop that open, and you have a key entry. You can also lock that out from the inside, which I'll show you a close-up here, which I think is a super cool feature for those of you that really want security with it. So I actually locked it out myself because I don't want anyone getting into this. I don't think I'm gonna need that entry. So I locked it out so you cannot get in there. I would rather it not be able to be picked and have the comfort of knowing that. With that being said, though, make sure that you're keeping up on your batteries and changing them as needed. It will warn you when you're having low battery. Just make sure you actually listen to it and change it. So they come in multiple different colors. There's a couple special editions that are a little more expensive. I think black looks sharp, and it's simple, and it's a lot more low profile. It doesn't stand out a ton. Now, one thing that's cool is you can use this as a nightstand safe and just leave it there and never really move it, or you can travel with this, which is something that I do with it. I take it with me. You can put it in your vehicle with this cable, tie it to your seat, put it under the vehicle, and not have anybody be able to get to it easily. I mean, they can still get to it, they just cut the cable, but they're gonna have to have the proper hardware. They're gonna have to be a little bit more prepared. It's gonna take a little more time, which is nice that they offer little things like that to be able to make this a little bit more difficult to get to. Also, if you're traveling to hotels a lot, or you're at the beach and you just want to be able to put money, a couple other items that you don't want out on the beach and stuff, you can take this with you, throw it on the beach. It is water resistant. It floats, so you can throw it if for some reason a wave comes and hits you and takes this away. It's floating, or if you're out on a boat or something like that, this will float. So that's really cool as well. It's not just going to sink to the bottom of the ocean. You're never going to see your stuff again. It'll float. You can pick it up, and it is resistant to water, so it's not going to be completely flooded and ruin all your things. So if you want to throw your phone in here, your wallet, things like that, throw it down on the safe. Maybe take the cable, lock it around your beach setup or whatever you have there. You'll be able to know that it's kind of protected for the most part, and people aren't going to be able to get into it easily at all. Now, I was given information by a follower that somebody did pick these with a fork. What they were able to do is just loosen this, take a fork in here, and there's a program button on the inside, and they were able to reprogram the code by doing that. I did contact Vaultek asking them about that. It would take a lot of knowledge to be able to know how to do the code, the programming, and how to actually do the whole process, but it is able to be done. And they realize that they are making their new LifePods with new software and the ability to not do that anymore. So it's cool that they listened to people, they saw there was an issue, and they're fixing it. Also, if you have one of the older ones, they make like a trap door type thing that you can put in front of it and close, and no one can actually get to it that way. So they are listening, they realized there was an issue, and they're fixing it. So that was cool. I was a little worried when I emailed them. I was like, oh no, I hope they respond to this well, and they did. They responded really well. They're making new ones and shipping them out, and they are fixing the old ones as well. So if you have one of the old ones, you can get in contact with them and get one of them fixed. So that is nice to see a company that actually realizes the issue and they're willing to fix it instead of just kind of shoving it under the rug and be like, yeah, whatever, we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen because it's gonna cost us more money in the long run and we don't wanna do that. I commend a company that is able to say, hey, we made a mistake. There's an error, not necessarily really a mistake, but an error that somebody showed us, and we're going to fix that. So really cool that they did that. And if you guys do have one of the new ones, then you won't have to worry because it's not going to be an issue. So I mentioned price point in the first 30 seconds. That was $110 for these styles. The special editions are like $140, but $110 for all the features you get with this and the safe. I think that's a really good price. I don't think that's out there. Usually, if you guys watch my videos, you know me, I'm really stickler on people's pricing. I say they're always too much usually. 110 bucks for a safe like this that you're gonna be able to protect. Mainly for me as my child, I wanna make sure Beckham's not touching it, playing with it, getting into it, even though he always likes touching the buttons and making the sound because he always sees me getting into it. But it's awesome that I can get something that's decently inexpensive and does more than just a safe thrown down in the basement or in your gun room. You can take it with you, can travel with it. And there's a couple of items here we'll go over that you can help you in that traveling and everything. So the things that come with this, with that $100, you have that organizer up top. You've got the foam, the pluck foam, so you can put your gun like I have here. And then you also just have a pad on the bottom to where you can put your cell phone, wallet, things like that, and it won't be jostled around, moving around, and be kind of loose in there. So you have multiple options of different things that you want to do. I usually just carry it with this because that's usually what I want to carry. I can throw my credit cards or wallet and stuff in here if I wanted to, but I usually don't because the places that I go to, I usually just have those on me. But again, it is all based off of what you want to do. I feel like this can be so useful in different scenarios and situations. I feel like there's a lot of situations that I haven't even thought about that someone in the comments will probably let me know, like, hey, this is another use you can do this. So it's really cool finding a safe like this. There's really nothing on the market like it that I've seen personally. There might be, but it just seems like kind of a one-of-a-kind transport safe. There aren't a ton on the market that you can do all the things that this thing can, and I think that's a really cool thing. And I think Vaultek has a good reputation. The other safes I have are fantastic. I love them. The one I think I've had for probably close to a year now, and I've had really good luck with that one, and that's been my main, like, Beckham retention device, and it's done a fantastic job, and I wouldn't be able to have a gun next to me without that, so that's big for me. So if you're gonna be traveling with this, taking this around a lot with you, and you don't want it to be just kind of standing out and being like, oh, I have a safe with me, something that I recommend getting is this bag. This is something that they sent with it, and I think this is really cool. It's like a one shoulder satchel type looking thing, but you have multiple different pouches here that you can put things in. You got a one through here. You can go through this way, that way, either way. And something I like, a little feature that they threw on here is instead of having these all rattling around, you can just clip these off and have them there so it doesn't rattle nearly as much. So that's kind of nice because I do have a lot of straps on this. And then you've got a front pouch here. And you can put multiple things. I have the instructions in here right now, but you can put like your cable in here and some other stuff, or if you just want to throw other items that you're going out with, you can put paperwork and stuff in that as well. And then your safe goes right here in the front. And I think that is probably one of the coolest safe gun retention setups kind of on the market that I've been able to see. I just think it's the coolest thing. You've got this little package. This does not look like anything tactical, anything like you have anything specific, because they just have a small Vaultek thing there and their small logo here. It's not plastered with gun stuff. It's not camo. It's not, don't tread on me. It's very low pro, and I like that. And then it just slides out, and then you got your safe, and then by the press of a button, you have a gun. You also have another lock in here that comes with this, so you can or have a lock for the bag itself, so you can lock the bag in. So you do have multiple different ways to lock things, keep things safe, and they're obviously always looking for different ways to be able to keep what you have protected and out of other people's hands. So to me, this bag is kind of one of those must-haves if you're a traveler with this. If you're just gonna leave it in your house and whatnot, take it out in the truck every once in a while, I don't think you really need the bag. So basically what I'm getting at is this is a really cool safe with a lot of potential to be able to do different things. So it's kind of limitless to what you want to do with it. And they give you a lot of different options with the bag, the locks, and the different kinds of ways to take this and lock it up. So it's pretty cool. So is this something that I would recommend and spend my own money on? Yes, absolutely. I do recommend Vaultek safes. Whenever anyone asks me for a safe for their home, anything like that, it's always Vaultek's the first place I recommend. If their budget's a little bit cheaper, there's like Stopbox and things like that that have really good products. But Vaultek is usually my go-to just because the luck that I've had with them, being able to have something that locks up your guns but still gives you accessibility is huge. And that's something that Vaultek offers. And I really appreciate them for that because it gives me that access, but the knowledge and safety that they're safe and my child's not going to be hurt. So huge benefit right there. So definitely do recommend them. I always recommend them to people. And would I spend my own money on them? Most definitely I would. I would definitely buy this with my own money. I think this is a really good purchase. I think it's inexpensive for the most part. I don't think it is, I mean, obviously for something just a retention device, it might be expensive, but for the safe, the travel aspect of it, I think is a really good purchase for the money. So definitely would purchase one with my own money. If this is something you guys are interested in, make sure to go check out Vaultek. They have some other safes on the market. They have a lot bigger ones, medium ones, pretty much all sizes. This is the smallest one. The largest one is a rifle case, which I'm going to hopefully get one soon for a review for you guys because I would like to have all my rifles put in my room as well in a safe. So definitely check them out and pick something up for yourself. I will put a link down in the description for them since they are not gun related. It's just a safe. I can put a link to them so you guys can actually go there. If you guys want to help support me in the channel, there's two ways to do that. First one is Patreon. There's a link down there. There's some benefits to that. You get early access to builds and things, exclusive content. If you guys want to join that, that helps me a ton. If not, there's also a link down there to my website. From there, there's other links like Brownells, Cloud Defensive. Anything you purchase using my link there gives me a small kickback, shows the companies that I'm generating flow, and it helps me out a ton. Cloud Defensive actually just gave me a discount code. So if you use the code Tactical Advisor, for Cloud Defensive, locks, Southwest Precision, TA Targets, you get 10% off all those. Also, TA Targets is running a sale for free shipping until the 31st on like ADAP targets. So those are all the targets that I use on my range, and I absolutely love them. So if you guys want to save some money, use those codes. If you guys ever have any questions, go ahead and hit me up. And if you guys don't want to do any of that and support me, that's not a problem. I just appreciate you guys being here, liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Quick update on a new build that we're doing. I like to always keep my talking portions of the channel and what's going on towards the end of the video so I don't bog up the actual review. So the people that are coming here for just the review can watch the review, and the people that want to actually know what's going on with my channel and me can stay till the end of the video and watch it. I don't like to make the first 2 minutes talking about completely opposite of what the actual review's for. So first off, I have a new build. It's going to be a CZ Scorpion. It's going to be a very cool build. I've got a lot of parts coming. A lot of cool companies are part of this, like Brownells, SB Tactical, Impact Weapon Components, Surefire, CZ, of course, and then a couple more as well that will be coming in Franklin Armory. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm posting a lot of that on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. Also, I do a lot of story posts on my Instagram and Facebook, usually like daily content, what I'm doing that day. Updates on builds, update on products, how things are continuing to do during testing. I can't do that on YouTube until I hit 10,000 followers, subscribers, followers, same thing. Once I get to 10,000, I will start posting daily content on my stories. And that's been something that a lot of my followers like on Instagram and Facebook because they're able to keep up to date just by clicking real quick and watching a 10-second clip of what's going on. And I'm really usually pretty quick about those. I don't linger and talk for 3 minutes. It's usually a 15-second, 30-second clip telling an update on a product and what I'm doing that day or what products I'm testing or what new things I'm getting in. So once I get to 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing that daily and keeping you guys updated as much as possible. I just can't do it now because it's not unlocked until I hit that next step. So once I get to 10,000, we'll be doing that. And I appreciate every one of you that have stuck around, listened to all this, and our subscribers. You guys, it really means a lot to me. I can't thank you guys enough. And I really appreciate what you guys do for me. So if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're not, consider subscribing. That would be great. And I appreciate you all.